What's up everybody, Modest Cody here again with another Honda Grom performance video, and today I'm talking about my favorite upgrade I've done so far to this thing, and that is the BST carbon fiber wheels. Yes, you read it in the title, and yes, you've probably seen it in some of my older videos, but I've been holding off talking about these things even though it was very difficult because I wanted to make sure that I did my due diligence, I rode it long enough, and I really got a good feel for what these things do to the bike. They are expensive. They're about $1,300. They did come with tires, but it's expensive. So most people that are looking at this video, I'm assuming, are thinking about doing this upgrade possibly, or just curious about it at least. So I want to make sure I give you the information that's well thought out and not just right when I slapped them on there. Everything I've done to the bike so far was done before these wheels. They're the last thing I did. And basically, with the stock wheels, you're looking at about 5, almost 6 pounds with the front wheel and almost 7 with the rear wheel. And I think they look great, but making them lighter was obviously a big plus. And you're really only able to do that a couple different ways, and the best of those ways is with the BST carbon fibers, being that they're, I believe, the only ones out right now. I think the front weighs about 3.5, a little over 3.5, and the rear is about 4.25, a little under 4.5, and that's with the ceramic bearings, which are also on my set. So what would you expect from this? I think what you're going to get is everything you want, basically, a performance gain on every single aspect of the bike. So you're getting the rotating mass down, the weight down on it. So you're going to get a higher top end, you're going to get a quicker acceleration, and you're going to get better handling. And when I first put the wheels on, there was such a huge difference in the way the bike rode that I felt like I had to kind of start all over again with riding this bike. Basically, the handling is so improved that it also can be kind of a negative thing as well, especially when it's really windy. The bike can get blown around a little bit more, or at least it feels that way. However, the twisties on this thing and just turning in general, maneuvering, drastic improvement. It's so much better than it was that I really can't even explain it. And people that ride the bike that are other Grom owners, like friends of mine that have stock Groms or slightly modified Groms, say that it feels like an entirely different bike, and I've actually had people say that it's a real motorcycle now. It's kind of a joke, but really it feels so different. It's amazing. My top end has gone up from about 81-ish miles an hour to about 86 or 87 miles an hour. That might be off a little bit. I was using a car next to me to tell me how fast I was going because I still haven't adjusted my speedometer yet from the gearing changes. And then the off the line is so different. The acceleration on this thing is very noticeable now, especially than over a stock Grom, which I have ridden in the past couple days prior to filming this. It's so different, but then again, I have so many modifications, it's not really fair. I used to not really, I'm not real like a hooligan on this thing. I don't ride wheelies and do crazy stuff. But with all the upgrades I've done, just by giving the bike some gas and pulling the throttle pretty hard, it'll pop up no problem now, and it's definitely more noticeable with these wheels on there. Less mass the engine has to rotate around, basically gives you more acceleration and more power because it doesn't have to use its energy to get that mass spinning and spooled up. Same goes for the oil spinner when doing the Kitako clutch cover, the delete that takes that spinner out of there and adds the pod filter, which I have a video on that. Go ahead and take a look. But in the end, there's a really good YouTube video from a guy named, I think it's Engineering Explained. I'll link it below. He talks about rotational mass with small engines. It's huge, and this is a very good example. This bike is so much more fun to ride now that I was actually kind of on the fence about maybe upgrading to something a little bit bigger, because this bike really is a compromise between me and my lady, and I don't think I'm going to now. I think I'm going to stick with this one. I really have grown to love this bike, especially now that I have basically doubled its value with the parts I've put on it. In the end, if you're on the fence, if you have the money, do it. This is the best thing I've done to the bike so far, seconded only by the big bore kit, which obviously is going to make it more fun to drive. But you won't regret it. It might have a little sting from the amount of money you're going to spend, but in the end, the bike handles so much more better. Its acceleration is way more noticeable, and the top speed has been improved, so you're getting everything improved across the board. Pretty short and sweet video, guys, so if you have any questions, please leave them down below. I'll try to answer every single one of them. Other than that, like and subscribe if you like what you saw today, guys. I'll probably do a follow-up on this again a few months down the road. Take care, everybody. Grom on and Grom on again.
Looking good.